The night burned like prophecy fulfilled, and the sky itself seemed to pray for silence. Sarah stood beneath sirens and fire, her camera shaking like her heartbeat. Justice, she thought, had turned to ash long before the bombs fell. In Gaza's ruins, Omar searched for life, not victory. His hands trembled, but his will stayed unbroken. Every scream became a name, every heartbeat an act of defiance. Sarah recorded the flames, but her lens began to blur with tears. She wondered if faith had become the fire consuming mercy. Prophecy echoed through the radios, claiming the end was near. Yet no scripture spoke of mothers crying beneath the same sky. Omar whispered prayers over the wounded, their breaths fading like candlelight. When prophecy burns too bright, it blinds those who follow it. Sarah sought answers beyond the ruins, where wisdom still dared to speak. Professor Elazar's eyes gleamed with conviction, certain that pain was destiny. This war, he said, is the trial foretold by the prophets. Professor Kamal replied softly, "If God tests us, it is through compassion, not cruelty." Their voices collided, scripture against mercy, thunder against dawn. The world watched as faith itself became a battlefield of ideas. Sarah felt truth tremble between them, fragile as a heartbeat. Between truth and belief, she thought, humanity stands trembling. Elazar's gaze pierced the silence, unyielding and bright. Kamal lowered his eyes, whispering, "Only love can end what fear begins." The debate ended, but its echo lived in her chest. For the first time, Sarah feared not death, but the loss of empathy. The world was burning, and faith was holding the match. In that night, Sarah found Omar's voice, a fragile signal through static and distance. His words were weary but alive. "We still choose to heal."
Anyone hear me?
She hesitated, unsure if mercy could cross the border of belief. Omar asked softly, "Do your people not bleed the same?"
Keep coming.
Sarah's silence answered louder than words ever could. He told her of a child who smiled before dying, and hope that refused to die. Through the crackling line, two strangers became witnesses to each other's pain. "Why do you still save them?" she asked through tears.
Something important.
"Because every child cries in the same language," he said. Across walls and fire, mercy spoke louder than prophecy. Dawn arrived, heavy with choices no prophet could explain. Sarah stood before her story, truth or vengeance, light or shadow. Omar faced the man who had destroyed his home, now bleeding in his arms. Their hearts trembled, divided between justice and forgiveness. Sarah's camera lowered, her voice steadied. "Let mercy be the headline." Omar pressed his hand to the wound, whispering, "You will live." The war outside raged, but within them something divine awoke. "Prophecy divides," Sarah said softly, "but compassion redeems."
We're doing everything we can.
The sun rose above Jerusalem, bathing two faiths in one golden light. Faith can predict the end of the world, but only compassion can begin it again.